What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back out in London and you guessed it, we're out for a spot of night photography. To kick things off, we're here on Millennium Bridge, just starting things off by getting warmed up, dialing in my settings, just trying to find a bit of a sweet spot for the rest of the shots to come. So if moody night shots are your jam, stick around, relax, and let's talk through some of the shots that I get through the night. A quick tip for night photography is if you're struggling to get a steady shot, it can often help to use burst mode. That way, if there's any movement to the camera when you press or release the shutter, you'll hopefully have a steady shot in the middle. After these initial shots, I wanted to slow my shutter right down, try and get some motion blur on the subjects walking through the frame in front of the camera, just to try and add a bit of dynamics to the image. So here, I'm just zooming in, checking some of the details, and just trying to see where my settings need to be. This was my first time actually coming to London for some night photography, so I'm probably lingering in this location, but one thing that I do really like to do on my photo walks is work in a scene and just try and find different compositions, even if it's just the perspective change through standing up, crouching down, different shutter speeds, different vantage points, just trying to add a different layer, a different element to those images, even if it's waiting for the right subject to come in shot. Sometimes when you're out shooting, happy accidents sometimes create some of the best shots. I know I was just talking about using burst mode to not get blurry shots, but there's one coming up in a second that's kind of got a nice balance between St. Paul's being in focus, but then using a little bit of motion blur on some of the lights in this shot. And even though this was a complete accident and a fluke, I'm not ashamed to say that, it wasn't what I was going for, but the final shot worked out really nice. Because with these, like I said, was saying before, I was actually going for the motion of the subjects walking through the frame rather than in the light, but it created quite a nice balance. So I'm just making my way down Millennium Bridge, and as I was walking down, I noticed this kind of glass guardrail or barrier that was blocking this passageway from the one in the middle, and it was creating some really nice reflections of St. Paul's and also the people walking past. So just getting low, getting my camera really close to the glass, just taking my diffusion filter off and just trying to frame St. Paul's with the reflection on one side and the real St. Paul's on the other, just trying to create this nice balance between the St. Paul's either side and then different subjects walking through. Here, I'm just trying to work these reflections, just trying to find a way to balance out. Here, got it a little bit more even either side, but each of these create their own different feel, and ultimately it comes down to the subject. So just moving to the top of the rail, again, it's reflecting a lot of the lights that were in the distance in top of the thing, which was creating some really nice leading lines towards the subjects walking down the bridge and also St. Paul's to the end. Definitely with some of these, I really like the reflections that are happening in the stainless steel handrail. I don't know what was funny there. I probably should have stopped and found out. As I was walking down, I noticed the various ways that the bridge itself was framing Tower Bridge in the distance. So I'm just trying to get some different framing possibilities. And it's one thing that's been quite common in my shots this year is sub-framing. And here, as I was taking that image, I noticed this group of padlocks, which I thought was really interesting because of the colour contrast between the background. And blending that with some really tight bokeh really made those padlocks pop. if you'd like a breakdown of any of these edits in a future video, just let me know in the comments below and I'll put something together. A few weeks ago, I posted a video where I was taking the same shots here, but during the day. And the idea, what I was trying to do was frame St. Paul's and the reflection in the railings and also the chain link fencing, or whatever you want to call it, below. And what I was trying to achieve was to frame the reflection of St. Paul's and also St. Paul's itself in different areas of the fencing. I definitely think I preferred my day images here. Don't know whether it was my settings or what, but yeah, I definitely preferred the daytime images. So if you'd like to check those out, I'll put a card at the top of this video to link back, or I'll drop a link to it in the description. If you're in London for day or night photography, I'd definitely suggest coming down here. Obviously you need to wait till the tide's out, but you sometimes get some really nice reflection shots in some of the puddles that are left.
Io ho sentito chiaro.
On the day, I'd not actually got a wide enough lens with me for these shots, so I'm just switching over to my phone to catch a couple of reflection shots in the puddles of Tower Bridge. I'm going to apologise in advance for this section of the video. It's not too bad, but it was my first time using my Action 4 at night, and I didn't know the best low light settings to use, so there's a little bit of ghosting and shutter drag, or whatever you want to call it, on the video. So just please bear with me, because some of the shots here are some of my favourites from this photo walk. Yeah, you might think I'm a bit of a madman changing my lens at night in the middle of London, but it had to be done. Some of the shots that I was trying to picture just needed the wider aperture, just with how dark it was. You can see in the video how dark it was. So I'm just switching to my Viltrox 56mm f1.7. What's cool here is, as you're looking down, you can see Tower Bridge, so I'm just trying to get low to the ground, use that leading line in the center of the pavement to kind of lead down to all the people at the end, and also Tower Bridge.
Oh yeah, and I was just like...
So just before I leave you, there's a couple more shots coming up, but I just wanted to say, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope to be doing more of these POV videos in the future, so if you've got any suggestions for locations or anything like that that you'd like me to go, or even any suggestions for videos that you'd like to be making in the future, I'd really appreciate the comments or the suggestions. And with all that said and done, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!